Good morning, everybody. Mike Nelson, CEO, Efficient Lending, back at it with my weekly agent and market update for December 8th. These will be appearing on my Facebook page and my YouTube channel again with weekly regularity. So I do think these are important topics to look at weekly if you're in the real estate business, because look, let's face it, we've got a really dynamic market right now. There's a lot of things going on, and I think you need to be on top of this information. And just as a reminder, my data source on this is MBS Highway, the graphics, the information that I'm sharing with you. So this isn't just Mike's opinion. This is from really one of the most reputable sources in mortgage and real estate in the industry. So what we're going to be talking about in this edition: November jobs report, ADP Employment, Jobless claims, pending home sales, and the home price indicator. And we'll just jump right into it. So let's first look at the November jobs report. We had 245,000 gains, but we missed Bureau of Labor Statistics by about half. So I'm glad we had all those jobs. It's important. Now, I think the media is going to get a lot of this wrong. We do have a decrease in the unemployment rate, but it's for the wrong reasons. In the jobs report, there are two surveys: the business survey and the household survey. And on the household survey is actually phone calls that are being made. I think there's about 60,000 phone calls being made. And the business survey is pretty much modeling. So there was actually some substantial losses in the household survey. And also the labor force shrank. And so these are people that are coming off benefits, and they're not going back into the labor force. So even though the unemployment rate went down, it's not for the right reasons. The ADP Employment Report that measures private sector payroll, gain of 337,000 jobs against an expectation of 420, so that's a miss. We lost last March, April, about 20 million jobs. We've only had about 10 million coming back. Part of the problem that we're going to see here, I'm going to talk about this in another slide coming up, is businesses are closing, and the Payroll Protection Plan, the PPP, those benefits are running out. And so we've got a serious labor concern right now in the market. We've got a really heated up real estate market. I've got some concerns about inflation, and we'll see what happens here in the future. But it's something, if you're a real estate agent, you're a lender, you're a buyer or seller, you should be thinking about what inflation means to what you're trying to achieve with your home. We had a decrease in initial jobless claims of 70,000 people from last week. Just a word of caution here. This is a Thanksgiving week. So let's look at this data point going through time. Continuing claims have improved. But remember, we have benefits expiring for people, and the people aren't returning back to work. So we need a bit of caution on that data point. And then lastly, another 12 million people before Christmas are expected to run out of benefits. So when you look at that, we really need to look at what's going to happen as far as, will another stimulus plan be approved to help people stay employed, or is that going to run out? And if you think it's just as simple as saying, hey, we need another stimulus plan, be careful, because it's not that simple. We really could have some inflationary concerns, and we need to think about that with our monetary policy. Because even though people are getting stimulus checks, if there's no jobs, sooner or later we run out of opportunity. So it's not as easy, as complex as just the government sending us claims. We got to have a robust employment and jobs market as well. Let's look at pending home sales. We had a 1.1% decline month over month. And we're still up 20.2% year over year. But really, take that 1.1% decline with a grain of salt. It's only because of supply. It's not because of demand. So if the supply was greater, we would not have a monthly decline. It's just there's not enough houses being sold. The CoreLogic House Price Index, you can see we're month over month went up 1.1%, forecast 7.3%, and was year over year, is current, I should say, and then the forecast is basically 2% year over year. Look at this number with some caution as well. Look, it wasn't too long ago, several months, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, 6 months ago, the CoreLogic was saying we're having a 6.6% annual decrease. So, look, we're in a really hot real estate market, and in that market, I think we need to really realize that there's inflationary concerns. This week, we're going to get some inflation numbers, so tune in next week for my update to talk about that. We really need a robust jobs market. So, look, I'm not trying to make a point of, hey, we should shut the economy down, everybody should stay home, and I'm certainly not trying to say, hey, we need to open up the economy blatantly with no regard for COVID. We need to have pragmatic, well thought out strategies that find some type of balance between keeping people safe but also a vibrant economy, because there has been so much money put into the market through federal monetary policy that we will have inflation, but how much and when is to be determined. But that inflation will absolutely impact the opportunities we have in the housing market. So that's pretty much where we're at. I certainly appreciate you tuning in to my weekly agent and market update. I will be back at it next Tuesday. And remember, I also do my weekly Mortgage Minute on Friday mornings as well. Hey, feel free to text, call, or email me anytime. I love to connect with people and be happy to continue on the dialogue. Thanks again. I hope you have a wonderful day.